How Forsaken really cheats in CSGO. This is a video by Super Stidham. He makes really good CSGO videos, so let's go and check out this video.
It's me, man.
It's me, man. It's me.
Super
Stidham.
Hey, we hot. That's my fucking new thing.
We hot.
It's terrific, right?
How Forsaken really cheats. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Word.exe.
Fuck.
Pasha biceps.
Cookie style activated. Activated.
That's his real name. That's his G name. Ganda whack, yaar. Ganda whack. Gandhi tracking. Come on. Oh man, Gandhi cheating. Full processing chal rahi hai. Inshallah, Gavin not find me. He's not even Muslim, bro. Or is he? I don't know.
Fuck.
Fuck. Oh. Easy pre-fire. Oof. Ah, blind kills.
Okay,
That didn't
the
seem
game is
that bad.
finished. Has cheating, like really cheating. What is this?
Yeah, this was the moment.
What is this?
उसका हाथ पकड़ लेगा ना? Delete कर रहा है? Whoa, you can't delete that.
Has stronger than Kenny's, man.
Fuck, man. Finally caught you on man. I already knew I was cheating from so strong. Man, there were other Indian CSGO pro players that knew he was cheating for the whole time, and they were reporting him, पर कोई कुछ कर नहीं रहा था उस बारे में. And then finally at a big tournament somebody caught him. So this is the story of Forsaken, who was part of Optic's clan in India. Optic went to India to make a clan to give them the opportunity to become one of the biggest teams in the world and show their talent. और एक चूतिया हमेशा मुझसे ज्यादा कौन जानेगा बेहतर, मैं पाकिस्तानी टीम का फैन हूँ, मुझसे ज्यादा कौन जान सकता है ये बात बेहतर कि चीटर्स किस तरह आपकी पूरी जिंदगी का घोटाला कर देते हैं basically. For lack of a better word. Cheaters don't just cheat, they also hurt the reputation of your entire team, your country, even your people. Because people are like, यार कैसे लोग हो तुम लोग की इन चीजों में इसको तुमने साथ रखा हुआ इतने अरसे से. So this is that story. It's called How CSGO's Dirtiest Cheater Inspired the Game's Most Ridiculous Meme.
Esports is a truly global phenomenon, but that doesn't mean that every region is on equal footing. South Korea, China, Europe, and yes, even North America have become competitive across many games. Well, some more than others.
Another page in the TSM chapter of disappointment.
But among the regions that are expected to soak up all the
Just roasted TSM for no reason. Why?
silverware are those that are fighting just to be recognized. Formidable dark horses that have overcome incredible odds in spite of the challenges
Arslan
they faced
Ash.
along the way.
He's in red again. He's defeating the head. He's defeating
Number one Tekken player in the world.
Arslan's gonna get the tournament. Arslan, he's your Evo Japan champion.
That was his celebration. Do you see how humble and soft he is? Like, yeah. People go, wow, yeah, I won, fuck off you. He just like, yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Very soft kid. I swear to God, man, One of the craziest things that I've seen in, pro gaming is the game casting, the commentary. It was a really big shock for me the first time I saw it. I was like, man, they're taking this really seriously. Like, I know it's a serious thing. It's, esports is real and it's serious. But basically game casting was like, I was like, wow, man, these people are like really taking it seriously. Like, they hire game casters and commentators to come and do analysis, and they hire analysts as well. They hire experts to come in and, give their reviews and opinions about what the game was like. And it's really good to watch. Like, I really enjoy watching esports because of that. So yeah.
But breaking into the top tier in any esport is never easy for a developing region.
Yeah.
And even some of the world's most prestigious scenes have had their reputations dragged through the mud by players looking for shortcuts to the top. But in the world of Indian Counter-Strike, there is one event so infamous that it didn't just send shockwaves through the scene. It killed it. A despicable, heinous act that would not only create the region's greatest villain, but one of CSGO's most notorious memes. So how did Optic Gaming's Indian longshot end in disgrace? And what the hell does Microsoft Word have to do with any of this?
I think he got the punishment he deserves from social media itself. I think being shunned and remembered as the person who destroyed Indian Counter-Strike esports.
Look at all these comments. People are saying that noob was even hacking an AMD game on 2018. Hansel says, Forsaken from Optic India finally caught cheating.
Regardless of where he goes.
Honestly, what I don't understand is, how do you enjoy winning while cheating? It doesn't work. I was always curious because every game I play on CSGO in North America, every teammate would be like, oh, they're cheating. Oh, they're cheating. Oh, they're cheating. And I was like, no, they're not cheating. They're just good. They're better than us. So just, sit tight and do something different. We might win. And they're like, no, you don't know. There's so many cheaters here. There's so many cheating is so easy. And, everybody does it and this and that. So I tried it. I downloaded the software. I checked it out on my laptop and it was ridiculous, man. It didn't make me feel good 1 inch. 1 ounce of satisfaction I didn't get from that. I was like, why would anybody do this? This is so stupid. You can see the players move and it's just like, what's the point? It's not a game anymore. There's no challenge anymore. What are you doing? Just go fap or something. Like, don't waste your time on this. Like, do something else, I guess. So yeah, I don't understand cheating.
Okay, so first things first. Optic Gaming announced the formation of the Optic India roster in June of 2018. And for the Counter-Strike community there, it seemed like a big opportunity to show what the country could do.
I'm sure, man. Optic is coming to you. Hector Rodriguez himself is saying, I'm coming to you, man. Optic India, I'm yours. Let's do it. Let's make Optic India. Let's take India to the next level.
Cracking India as a region would be huge for both Optic and Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
The country has over 4 times as many people as the United States, living in an area 1/3 the size.
You're talking about perhaps one of the biggest potential untapped market in esports. Why not get in right now when no one's there, right? Why not grow the brand? Sure, esports isn't that big right now, but if you're going to be the first mover, you get the community to be on your side.
So how did they decide who to pick up? Well, the team didn't just appear out of nowhere. The org actually held tryouts, and they claimed to have had over 1,000 applicants.
Yeah,
that's still a small amount.
It right. I had like a long, written process where people had to just write down stuff, and it was easy to filter out a lot of people based on that. And then, of course, a lot of people came for the LAN tryouts, which was kind of mixing people up, taking notes.
The roster that emerged from the process was composed of Marzil, Antidote, Haivan, Formless, and Nikhil Forsaken Kumawat, a lurking support player who was introduced by Optic as someone trying to redeem his image.
He was like the persona non grata of the scene. He rose to fame and success very quickly from being a nobody to somebody who was...
Look at him, man, just standing there back enjoying it. Why are you enjoying it? How are you enjoying it?
That image was because most members of the Indian CS community were aware that Forsaken had previous run-ins with Scandal in 2017.
I remember he got banned temporarily by ESIG.
He was already caught for cheating? Are you serious?
Or rather, he was caught selling Steam accounts, of which one of the accounts got back banned, if I'm not mistaken, which he had owned in the past.
He claimed that he sold the account, but according to ESIC rules, it doesn't matter if you sold the account or not, because you're not supposed to actually sell an account. It's not legal per se. But the ban still held, and after that, he wrote multiple emails, or he claimed to write multiple emails, and he got the ban revoked to 6 months.
Regardless of whether Forsaken's story was true, he'd done well enough during trials to earn a spot on the roster. And in July, Optic rounded out their lineup by bringing in German import
Oh my
YB
god,
as
this
the
is
team's
so
in-game
Bollywood,
leader.
bro.
Buoyed by his acquisition.
The fuck is that poster? This is so Bollywood, man. Look at them putting a white guy in the middle and then supported by his four, brown friends. What the fuck, man? That's so ridiculous. Like, I get it. I understand. You have to bring them to that level and, but put a coach, man. What is...
The team set their sights on qualifying for some big LAN events.
I guess he's a coach/player. I think it's a good strategy. It's not a bad strategy.
And eventually, they did just that, earning a spot at Extremes Land Zowie Asia CSGO 2018.
But putting just one white guy makes it feel a little fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, you guys understanding what I'm saying? Like, put 2 white guys and then 3 Indian guys. That's a team, right? That's a balance nazar aa raha hai isme, thoda bahut, right? It's just 1 white guy and then 4 slaves? Like, what's going on? His workers? It's weird. It's weird.
Only representative.
So we were just trying to make sure we do our best in the event so that they have some.
Gora complex, na? Gora
reason to
superior
retain
hai. Gora
our
bada hai
roster,
humse.
keep supporting it regardless of what happens.
Gore ko
we
zyada
make
pata
it
hai.
to the quarterfinals, semifinals, and everything.
Optic India had dreamt of making history. And they did. Just, unfortunately, not in a way that anyone predicted.
Yeah.
During Optic India's group stage match against Revolution, Marzil, who was sitting next to Forsaken, tried to call a pause for a technical issue with his monitor.
So then I see an admin coming behind my PC, right? Because my PC is next to his PC. And I'm like, no, it's okay, it's all good. I have my issue resolved. And then the admin was like, no, wait. And he goes to Forsaken's PC, right? And he minimizes the game.
Now, as it happens, the admins had already discovered something out of place on Forsaken's SSD. So they took the opportunity to check the folder.
So he goes to that folder and then he opens that file. And I distinctly remember around 3 words, which was have fun and hack or something on those lines, right? And I'm like, what the hell? And that's when that's the part of the video where you see
Look at his eyes,
like,
man.
He's like,
Look at his eyes. He's looking at him like साले कुत्ते के बच्चे तू cheating कर रहा है भूतनी के. He's so pissed at him. Look at
what
him.
is going on?
Forsaken tried to bat away the admin and delete the files, but was asked to step aside. That's when reality came crashing down on not only Mars.
Imagine trying to delete the file while he's looking at it.
And I'm just like perplexed. I'm like, wait, what is this actually happening? I felt my hands go numb. I was like, is this actually happening? Am I in a dream? What is this going on? And I had like a series of emotions run through me. I didn't know whether I should be
So his
angry,
teammates really didn't
upset,
know.
sad. I had no control.
Things moved quickly after that. The team was disqualified, and Optic sent Forsaken home immediately.
Sad.
But the rest of the team had to wait for their return flights.
So bad for the rest of the guys.
Little
man. I
did they
feel bad.
know, outside the walls of their hotel, the clip had gone viral. And the world of Counter-Strike was reacting to what had happened.
Word.exe.
No, I wasn't working that event. I was at home. I woke up and my phone, my alarm didn't ring because my phone had hung because of too many messages and notifications.
Man, this guy speaks
It
exactly
just
like
blew up,
Jabby.
like my Twitter, my WhatsApp, like message. Everyone's like, dude, what the hell is going on? Right?
Sounds exactly
And
like
the
Jabby
key
Boy.
detail that fans picked up on was the name that Forsaken had seemingly given his cheats. Word.exe. And similar to how VAC became a popular meme in the aftermath of the 2014 bans, Word.exe became the stand-in term for describing someone's
Cheats
hacks.
hacks word.exe.
Listen to the fire crackling while we're sitting present, rapping, filling up each stocking with good cheer. Cause everyone knows it's Christmas.
It's become such a prevalent meme.
Word.exe वायरस फाइल का नाम होता है. You know, आपको लगता है कि ये कोई डॉक्यूमेंट है और आप उसको खोल दो तो गलती से it's actually a program exe file and it puts virus in your computers. बहुत पहले की बात है, अब तो इस तरह नहीं होता. But that's what you used to be, and he, oh my god. Word.exe, like imagine thinking कि तुम एक gaming tournament में हो. There's people who are around computers all day. They know what files look like. They know what they mean. And you thought Word.exe is gonna fool them.
Search Word.exe right now. Nearly everything that pops up first is actually related to Forsaken and not Microsoft Word.
Of course.
When you look at the overall scope of things, yes.
Because it's actually Word.doc, DOC, not exe.
That kind of blew up, right? It became a very memeable thing. Everyone's talking about it. Honestly, for me, I wasn't too perturbed with that fact. I was like, yeah, it's going to be funny for a while. People are going to be talking a bit about it, but it's not a bad thing overall. It's not going to lead to the death of the scene.
In the aftermath, reporting from VP Esports pointed to multiple complaints from teammates that something may have been awry with Forsaken's aim. But in the end, it was the admins that exposed him. And having been slammed with a 5-year ban by the ESIC after it was revealed that he had used an aimbot to cheat at previous tournaments, Forsaken pretty much disappeared from the face of the earth.
He ruined a lot of things for a lot of people, but there's no way any of that is coming back, so there's no point in yelling at him. I think he got the punishment he deserves from social media itself. I think being shunned and remembered as the person who destroyed Indian Counter-Strike esports. It'll carry on regardless of where he goes.
And as fans combed through Forsaken clips in October of 2018, one thing became pretty clear. In hindsight, there were some very obvious clips. Like, hilariously
We just saw with Super Sidham.
That's wrong. Oh, what? What?
Forsaken and Antidote are going to have to try and retake the site. Luckily, there is a hole in the smoke, so Forsaken's going to get some nice positioning up on the site.
That's VAC, man.
And he's going to be able to
That's a VAC ban right there.
To the 2v2. Nicely done.
But while the world was joking around, the rest of Optic India were facing a hard reality. One in which they were unemployed and no longer had the support of their org.
We thought that Optic would come out in support of us and then let us know that they got our backs, and at least until the trip was over, until we got back home to Indian soil. But all they said was, we're shutting down this division, goodbye, and there was no funding support also. From that point it was cut.
Wow, what a low, below the belt thing to do by Optic. Come on, man. You can't just abandon the whole entire thing because one bad apple messed things up. Were you trying to punish other people for somebody else's mistake? If somebody in India murders somebody, you should put everybody in their neighborhood to death? Like, what's wrong with you, man?
There was no money coming in to actually feed us food when we were in China for lunch and dinner.
Worse still was the potential fallout.
That's ridiculous, man. That's shame on Optic, man. What the hell?
Optic were pretty much the biggest org to ever have taken a chance on the region, and now they'd withdrawn in disgrace.
When we went and scouted in India, and obviously it turned out a shit show because of that fucking cheater, Forsaken or whatever his name is, fucking loser, put on that brand and to fucking do that, like he is lucky. Like that I wasn't fucking there, because I know that we're in India and rules are different there. Same thing if we were in Mexico, I'd approach them a different way in a situation like that, right?
But in spite of the shame that the scandal had brought upon the former members of Optic India, it didn't sour their love for Counter-Strike. Marzel and his teammates went on to compete as part of Signify against South African squad Bravado at DreamHack Invitational Mumbai a couple of months later, where they beat them in a 2-0 upset in the bracket and lost a narrow 2-1 grand final set.
Tough luck.
Proving once and for all that they didn't need Forsaken's hacks to put up a fight. Maybe the Forsaken situation means that Counter-Strike won't be India's breakout esports opportunity.
Man, that sucks.
Even if it does have a scene that players like Marzel hang on to tenaciously. But even still, with the country's big population increasingly interested in gaming and esports, it seems like keeping India off the stage forever is unlikely. Even if a scoundrel did write part of its story in word.exe.
It's an incident that happened and left behind a lot of memes, which honestly I won't lie, I found it pretty funny even at that time. But it is what it is. It wasn't really going to leave a long-term effect on the scene overall.
Look at this fucking sly motherfucker. See, I know the pain, man. When one guy messes everything up for you, I know the pain. Yeah, guys, I felt like this was a video that I should watch, and just so I can see how many of you are interested in content like this. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the comment section. Let me know how you enjoyed the video. Take really good care of yourself. Shab khair.